Good morning, students. Lecture topic is carbon nutrition of plants, photosynthesis. Lecture plan. First, the history of the discovery and study of photosynthesis. Second, a leaf as an organ of photosynthesis. Feature of division of carbon in the sheath. Third, chloroplasts and their role in the process of photosynthesis. In this picture, we can see that the carbon dioxide is passed from the leaves, and the energy from the sunlight is given and mixed in the chemical energy. There are some substances like water, carbohydrates, and oxygen. An overview of photosynthesis is the process by which autotrophic organisms use light energy to make sugar and oxygen gas from carbon dioxide and the water. In the picture, this is shown the process of photosynthesis. You can see the leaf, and the side of this carbon dioxide plus water with the light energy we can get glucose and the oxygen gas. An overview of photosynthesis: the light reaction converts solar energy to chemical energy and produce ATP and NADPH. The Calvin cycle is make sugar from carbon dioxide. ATP generated by the light reaction and provides the energy for sugar synthesis. The NADPH produced by the light reaction and provides the electrons for the reduction of carbon dioxide to glucose. This is a scheme of the photosynthesis, beginning from chloroplast. Firstly is the light reaction. When we get ATP and NADPH, then they turn in the Calvin cycle. We use sugar and carbon dioxide. This picture is the location and structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast consists of the mesophyll cells and leaf cross-section. Then we can say that chloroplast consists of the two membranes, its outer membrane and the inner membrane. Inside of this organoid of plants, there are thylakoid compartments, and this consists of a lot of thylakoid. Then this is a stroma, and the complex of stroma is a granum. Between of these places is the intermembrane space. You can see that in this spacement it's stroma and granum. Chlorophyll A and B in the structural of chemical process in the fetal tail. This is chlorophyll A. A photosynthesis road map. Sugar used for acellular respiration, cellulose and starch, and other organic compounds. Plant produce oxygen gas by splitting water. The oxygen liberated by photosynthesis is made from the oxygen in the water. Non-cyclic phosphorylation and photosystems to regain electrons by splitting water and leaving oxygen gas as a byproduct. Primary electron acceptor, and then we can see photosystem 2, electron transport chain, energy for synthesis of ATP by chemiosmosis. Photosystems 1, photons and primary electron acceptor. Then they're getting like electron transport. In the light reaction, electrons transport chain generate ATP and NADPH and oxygen. The two connected photosystems collect photons of light and transfer the energy to chlorophyll electrons. The excited electrons passed from the primary electron acceptor to electron transport chain. Their energy ends up in ATP and NADPH. Chemiosmosis powers ATP synthesis in the light reaction. The electron transport chain are arranged with the photosystems in the thylakoid membranes and pump. Through that membrane, the flow of hydrogen back through the membrane is harnessed by ATP synthesis to make ATP. In the stroma, the hydrogen ions combine with the NADP and to form NADPH. Pigments are divided into several classes depending on their structure. It's carotenoids, quinones, flavonoids, porphyrin-based pigments. Carotenoids is the most common class of pigments, and carotenoids include pigments such as carotene, hematochrome, xanthophyll, and ATC. They determine the color of plants. Color most orange fruits and vegetables, like carrots. This is a chemical structural formula is B-carotene structure. Quinones are chemical compounds derived from monocyclic or polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons containing unsaturated cyclic decatone. This is a chemical formula alizarin. Their color varies from pale yellow to orange, red, purple, brown, and almost black. Found in many fungi, lichens, and the widely used dye alizarins belongs to the guanine group. Flavonoids are heterocyclic phenolic compounds. In nature, they are synthesized almost exclusively by hydroplants. They determine the most vivid colors of plant: red, purple, blue, parts of flowers and fruits. These include anthocyanins, which due to the bright color of the petals. Porphyrin-based pigments. Plants pigments, chlorophyll 2 and pleophotine, and also belongs to this group. As a rule, pigments of this class are involved in photochemical process. Their role as dyes propers is secondary. This chemical formal structure of chlorophyll. Biological role of chlorophyll. The coloring of the individual parts of the plant serves to attract pollinating insects and seeds-spreading birds. Also, even thought these pigments can protect against ultraviolet radiation from the sun. They have functioning like cell protection, and many natural pigments take part in photochemical process like photosynthesis. This photosynthesis has two stages. First of them, of course, side reaction, and then is night reaction like a Calvin cycle. In a photochemical process, in particular, chlorophyll is a photosynthesis enzyme.